Greetings, adventurers, to this little playthrough. I'm here with my best mate Taz over the interwebs. We've already started an adventure here, but just to give you some context, I'll quickly explain what the adventure is. It's called Breakout from Blood Arena, and we've got some images there we've already shown where Taz is playing two characters, which I'll get him to introduce. Oh, sorry, he's playing his own character, and there's a GM NPC, which I'm playing, which is his companion or accomplice. And they have been hired to organize a prison breakout. So this fellow here, he is part of a secretive order of the Silent Star that is opposing the Baron that rules over a tyrannical city of Ironspire. And his brother is an outspoken political activist named Farrick, and Dallas has hired the two adventurers to break out Farrick before, I think it was before daylight, because we started the adventure early Arvo.
Yeah, I had 24 hours. Yeah, so I spent some time doing some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think now it's just starting to be. Is it starting to be nightfall, or was it early afternoon? I can't remember.
No, I thought it was early afternoon.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's early afternoon on a dry
Yeah.
day, and they've
Your
arrived.
notes actually say early afternoon at the large gates.
Have we got notes? Let's have a scroll down.
Yeah.
Oh
Actually,
yeah,
I
so
should actually read that.
there's
Yeah.
the portcullis that is stopping their entry. Oh no, that was the one that you saw through. That's right. The main gates are there, and then you actually saw through to. There's a small antechamber or a small passage that leads to another portcullis blocking the way into the arena. And I think, yeah, I've put that image there. So you were able to see into the arena. There's a large brazier of a furnace burning over sandy cobblestone and sort of the shadows of an arena. And now forgotten, no longer used for gladiatorial combat, but the party's found out through Farrick and also through your contact, who I can't remember his name, but this
Stonemason.
yeah, the stonemason. You've found out that it's disused now as an arena, and it's now used as a prison by the Baron. So it's on the outskirts of town, so it's not close to the metropolis. So there's a bit of isolation, which is good and bad, I guess, but probably more good if you're trying to break someone out. And as you can see here, there's a little blurb, early afternoon at the large gates. Ari, actually, I'll get Taz to introduce his two characters, which I have on the screen here as well.
So my main character is Jirak, aka Jimmy the Mace. To his human friends, he's an orcish warrior from memory. Comes from the homeland, or currently residing in the city of Ironspire. His goal is to bring down the Merchants Guild of Ironspire, hopefully by accomplishing some of these missions that will help him. And his colleague, it is the young female halfling rogue known as Arabella Brockwart, or Ari to her friends. Her goal in this campaign is to find her brother Dudo, who was taken away by the Merchants Guild. So both Durac and Arabella have some things in common. She's quite a paranoid young girl, constantly on edge, and she also has an animal companion of her own, Pat the clumsy rat.
Hasn't done much, except
hasn't really done much because yeah, the skills of a rat, even though supposedly it can fetch. Can't fetch very well. So, we haven't taken the risk.
If you start having to use Pat to fetch stuff, you know that we are really scraping it. It's like last resort.
Exactly.
Yep. So listen out if that happens.
So at the end of last session, the goal was for Jirak was about to summon the gatekeeper, and their ruse was that Ari was going to be a prisoner. We have loosely tied some rope to her wrists, and that's where we left it off.
That is correct. So, having done that, you are at the gate, and you haven't said anything yet. I think we finished it where you're about to say something. Did I describe what you've
No, we
seen?
just basically knocked on the door essentially, and yeah, the gatekeepers. We hadn't determined that yet. We're going to come out
Okay, you
hopefully.
didn't. So you haven't said anything. You've
No,
just
I've
hit.
just bashed on the door.
Okay, no worries. You make a bit of a ruckus, and I don't know if I described this last time, but that little passageway that ends at a portcullis that opens into the main arena, there's a
Yes,
door that is in the middle of that passage in between the
you did
two
mention that.
gates. I did mention that? Yes, okay. Peering outside, well, emerging from that doorway, the width of the doorway is a powerfully built humanoid figure with thick grey skin and a rhinoceros head. And I'll put the picture here into the chat so you can see. Boom. It looks
Oh
like
yes,
it's
the old Rhino
wearing,
man.
yep, looks like it's wearing armor and carrying a spear there clearly. And from inside the doorway, whether I mentioned this before, there is a flickering light. So if I did mention that, we'll just assume that this creature opened the door and then it's revealed that there's a light within. It's at
Okay.
a near distance, so where you are is a far distance to that far gate, but a near
Yes.
distance to this creature, although the actual physical gate in front of you does obstruct action if you did try to do something through the gate.
Oh.
Okay, it peers out, sort of snorts. Who are you? Calls out.
I bring a prisoner from Iron Spire.
Prisoner, I was not told of a prisoner. I'm expecting changeover with Tytiran. What happened to him?
I don't know who Tytiran is. Do I know who Tytiran is?
Never heard of the name before in your life.
Can I name drop somebody from the Merchants Guild, seeing as how I used to work for them?
Yeah.
I'll say so and so sent me.
Okay, you
And come
you
up with a name.
you drop a name. So you're trying to
Wife, basically.
bluff. Okay. So make a mind roll. I'll give you a bonus for um, the prisoner, the
Yep.
prisoner Rouse.
We
Um,
get a bonus for my knowledge of the Merchants Guild.
roll a d6. If you roll a 1, that name bears weight with this creature.
Okay.
Roll a d6.
No, not Teddy.
No. Like when you mention the name, you tell by its face it doesn't register at all. So with that, you've got 2 dice at the moment. Do you want to use
Okay.
any hero points to add to that or go for the 2?
It's mind, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
And just
So
before you roll, you
mind
hear,
is just so we got it for the video because I think it's the greatest thing to remember. Mind is higher because it's above your head, and might is lower for the roll, which is below
well
your head.
done, well done. And
Yeah.
before you roll, Ari looks at you with, worrying eyes saying, I don't think this is working.
Yeah, well, I'm going to use a hero point to buy an extra dice.
Yep. Subtract that from your. So how many hero points you got left? Although I can
I
probably
got.
see
I'll
myself.
have 3 left. Yeah. Yeah.
Hero points. Oh yeah. So just remember to press enter after to refresh
Left.
that.
Beauty.
Yep, I can see that. All right, 3
So
dice.
I'm using
One
3
success
dice.
is partial and 2 successes is guaranteed. Do you
One
want to do you want
success.
to take that or do you want to use the hero point to reroll?
We'll reroll all 3.
Yeah, you have to reroll all 3.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Excuse the language. Sorry. Yep.
Have to edit.
Edit.
I apologise for TAZZ's.
It's not. Oh, it's not after 9. It's not after 9.
Somewhere in
Right,
the
so
world. Somewhere in the
yeah,
world.
somewhere. Depending on where you are, this could be after 9.
All right.
Dave's using another point.
Durex going to risk
Okay.
it to seeing the urgency, the importance of it's gone from 1 success to no success. So you've actually worsened the
Yeah.
situation.
Well, I'm going to use that. I'm going to have to use another hero point. I need to get past this door. So
Would this plan work? Never send a fighter to do.
that's true.
You've gone back
Well,
to.
one
Is
back
that
to one
exactly the
success.
same? Oh no, I thought it was. All
Pretty
right.
close.
So you'll have to take that. See how we go.
Yep, I'll take it. Yeah, it's cost me a fortune, but yeah.
The creature says, I only take orders from the Baron and his advisors, but I shall take this prisoner with much glee. And he not stumbles, trods over. As he does, he uses his spear almost as a cane. And as he gets closer, I mean, you don't know much about these creatures, but he has a lot of grey in him. Like even the fine hair seems grey. His skin is grey skin, which seems normal. But the way he moves, he's either injured or, for his type, very elderly. You can't see any wounds, but
Yes.
he stumbles over, and he also stumbles. He trods over, and you also notice as he gets closer now to the daylight from outside, on his belt he has a large hook and a set of keys, thick set of heavy keys, so they sort of rattle as he comes to you. And with that, using the spear as a sort of a crux to hold him up, he gets the keys out and he starts unlocking it, not asking you to move or anything. So as he's unlocking the door, did you want to do anything?
As soon as he unlocks the door, I'm going to bash into it and yeah.
No worries.
See
You
if I
hear
can,
the click, and you see well, actually it's a really heavy gate, so it doesn't move, but you can clearly hear the latch, and you want to take action.
Yeah, soon I want to see if I can bash the door into his to him.
Let me just have. I think I had to check this last time with surprise because I should read more up on that. Okay, well, that one success was enough to make him think that everything was, he wasn't under any threat. So I'll say that you surprise him, and with that, there's enough strength for you to push through that door to open enough. So you've basically now breached the door, and he's in melee distance with you. He looks up and says, "What is this?" That's all he can really say.
Oh, the idea was for me to bash the door into him.
Oh, that's going to be your action. Okay, that's a charge action, which is unarmed.
Yes.
Are you skilled in unarmed?
Am.
You are skilled. Okay. So with surprise, you gain an extra dice for surprise. So that's 3 dice, and it's a might action. So this is probably good.
All right, let's go. Hey, well, I got a hero point, 2 successes.
2 successes and a hero point. And did you want to, oh, actually, that was a barge. So, sorry, you wanted to do damage with that attack?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah, so you've done 1 point of damage. You can use a hero point to increase that to 2 if you wish. What I'll do is I'm going to unmute. I'm just going to put the music on, so I don't know.
Sure.
I should have tested it first, eh? Oh, that's good volume for me. I don't know how it is for you, but...
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. That's all good.
Okay.
Actually, how do I turn it down?
You right-click over Chip 2, and then there's a user volume slider.
Oh, yep.
I find mine's on 15%, so I don't know what...
Yeah, well, mine was at 22, just a fraction high.
Okay,
right.
You barge through, or not just barge, but you slam the door into him and hits against his nose, and you see some blood trail out. But immediately he drops the keys are on a chain, so he lets go of the keys and he grabs his spear, and as he realizes he's been duped, so let's go into turn order. Now, what we're going to do this time is we're going to do the encounter first. So roll turn order for the encounter. You want low because it's a total.
23.
Ooh, this is going to be spicy. It's going to be very spicy. Let me just change the encounter to 23. Appreciate you waiting patiently. And yeah, go Jirak.
Jirak.
Ooh,
18, that's slow.
That's no good. And now you can roll for Arabella.
What?
Oh, Jesus. Now, you can use hero points to re-roll if you wish. If you do wish to do that, speak now, forever hold your peace.
Yeah, get Arabella to use hers.
Okay.
Can she use her hero point?
Yeah, take off a hero point and she gets to re-roll, but she has to accept the new result.
Well, she can't get much lower.
You want to try and beat 23? 23 is a magic number.
Oh. Shit, should be able to beat 23 on 6 with 6 dice. Oh, fucking hell. Okay.
Because you're the same, you can like you'll act first. So I'll just
Yeah, sure.
change the areas here, and before we get into the combat, so you and Arabella are 18.
Put me what 18A.
Oh yeah, good point. Good point. Well, I'll just make her 18B. That'll cover
Yep.
that. So with that, this creature, actually, roll a d6. You don't want to roll a 1. Okay, this creature does attack you with his spear. He says, "Die, intruder!" And he thrusts it towards you. So you can either dodge or block if you've got a shield, which I don't think you do.
I don't. No, so I have to be dodge.
Okay, it's only 1 dice to dodge, unless you want to use a hero point to make 2 dice.
No, I'll just use 1 dice. Might.
It is might. You're made for combat, so you don't get a hero point for reactions.
Ah, come on, bro.
You only get it for action. So on his attack, he lunges the spear towards you. You quickly parry it as it, thrusts through the actual heavy gate. It rattles as he withdraws it, getting ready for the a repost. And it is your move, Jirak.
It's the Fury coming right at him. Boom, boom, boom.
It's the Fury. So remind me now again. So the brass knuckles. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So that's so you can use unarmed and they do 1 damage. Yep, I understand.
That's it.
All right. Roll the dice.
2 dice.
You get 2 dice. 2 successes.
2 hits.
1 point damage. So as you've he's already got a crack in the nose in his horn from when you rammed him with the gate, and when you did ram him, you realise he's very well built. Plus he's got armour, so he's quite sturdy. He's not the quickest, as you were easily able to dodge his spear, but nonetheless, you realise you might take a bit of pummeling to get him down. So did you want to use a hero point for another point, or just happy with the 1 as you've hit him with a flurry of punches?
Points, shouldn't it? Isn't that 2 hits?
No, it's only 1. That the dice roll just determines your success against his difficulty.
Right.
So that would have been a success even if he was like really skilled in combat. But 1 point damage, you've done 2 points damage to him.
No, no, that's all right. 2 points of damage, that's fine.
Okay, as you hit him, what do you want, Arabella? What's your command? Because she quickly
can she... What can she do? Can she...
You'll have to give her a command if you want, but she pretty much looks like she's trying to move in, unless you want her to do some type of attack.
I want to see if I can set him up for like a schoolboy, so she crawls around behind him and I can push him over.
Oh, as an help action for... Okay, you can do that because... okay, let's see. So she's helping you with your next attack. So at help action, does she have any skills that will help her with that?
Sneak.
I'll give you sneak. Roll 2 dice. You need 1 success, and she's able to sneak. And that's very clever, Taz.
So might.
That's very clever using the rules there.
1 success.
1 success is all she needed. Don't forget she gets 0 points too if she rolls her... Oh no, she's a 3. Okay, so that help doesn't do anything this round, but on your turn the next round, you'll get a bonus dice to attack, and you can use that. You can burn that bonus dice to do an extra point of damage for a helping. So you can either use it to gain an extra dice to affect the action, or you can do an extra dice that it damage after you knock him.
I'll do the second one when it gets to my go.
He screams at you again and lunges at you with his spear. Make a dodge roll.
1 dice, isn't it?
Yep. Oh,
failed.
Do you want to use a hero point to re-roll?
Hero point. We'll use a hero point.
You don't have to, but you can if you want. Yep. Okay, you succeed.
That doesn't cost me. That I don't get the hero point again. Is that right?
No, you've just used it. How many you got left? You're burning them in this
1
battle.
left.
Damn. Nonetheless, you are successful in avoiding his attack, and it is now your turn. So I think you said you want to burn
Right.
that extra dice to
Yep.
do the 1 point
So
damage.
2 dice.
Hmm.
Go for the big clothesline.
Oh, nice. So you just rebound off the gate.
Oh,
Oh, get the hero
pow!
point back. You can add another. You can use that hero point. You can either bank it, or you can use it to do an extra point of damage. Because so far you've done two.
Well,
The clothesline gave him 1 damage, and then the collapse onto the heavy ground with his armor. Pooh! You hear the wind come out of him for an extra
no,
point
we'll
of
just use
damage.
that. Just
All
leave it at
right.
that.
You've done
There's
four
4 points
points
left.
damage to him, but he's still up. He's bloodied, bruised. You can hear him wheezing. And it is Arabella's turn. Oh, she might try and finish him off. He's badly wounded. Unless you give her a
Yeah,
command to
yeah.
do something else.
Has she got some sort of skill?
What is she
Uh,
skilled in? Have a look, Arabella.
Sneak.
Sneak
And
she
she
used to help you with your attack,
she's
but
sneak like do a
it's a might to attack.
backstab. Hey?
You need to burn that another round to do like a backstab.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but I'll say that she can just attack. What is her weapon? I can't see her weapon.
She's got a stiletto.
Okay, yep. She can whip out her stiletto and try to stab into him.
Sure.
She gets to roll 1 dice and need 3 or under. Not the best at combat.
Oh, hey, guilty.
Now, so that's a hit and she gets a hero point. I don't know if she needs it. Is she at full or?
No,
no.
maximum 6. Yeah.
Yeah, she could definitely.
She's at
Unless she wants
5.
to use that for an extra point. She's done.
Yeah, she will. She will.
All right, with that, so basically, as the Rhino Man collapses on the ground and the air expels out of his body and his eyes like just fury, enraged, she whips out a stiletto and whacks it into his neck, retrieves it, and you just see this heavy spurt of blood as he quickly grasps it. He grasps his neck, and you realize life is sliding from his body. On his turn, he doesn't get an action. He's basically just holding his wound, but the amount of blood quickly gushes through his heavy-set fingers, pulling around his body. As it's your turn if you do want to do anything, but he's basically incapacitated and bleeding out now.
We'll just drag his slowly lifeless body through the door.
All right, you start dragging. Arabella grabs the keys off his belt. Slides, with a bit of effort. Pat helps, slides the heavy gate back, and then she quickly locks it just as you're moving his body into the side door, which you, to your relief, is not manned by any others. As I'll cease the combat music, and I'll describe what happens in here. Well done. You dispatch the Rhino Man. By the time you bring him down, there's a thick trail of blood. But by the time you get him back to his little outpost, so that is a room. It's like a guard room, essentially. By the time you get him to back to the guard room, his life is expended. His hands drop by his sides as you realise he's no longer fit for this earth. In this little guard room, sorry.
Any equipment?
Yeah, you can have. Well, there's 2 things. The room itself looks to be an office, a rough office, as well as some sleeping. A corner of the room also has like a sack, some sleeping bags and that sort of stuff. But as you're joined by Arabella, what do you want to search, and do you want to give Arabella any instruction? Just so you know, the large set of keys is 1 slot. So you can.
Well, I'll keep those.
You'll do those, all right? She hands them over to you.
Actually, no. Actually, she can keep them.
Okay. You can put them on her equipment. So.
Set of keys.
Yep. The guard keys. Or
now,
iron
her
keys.
maxi. What? Refresh my memory about the how much she can carry.
People can carry proficiency +6. Oh, you got the slots there, so she can carry up to 9 slots.
So that's 9. Yep. Okay. Cool.
That's correct.
Set of keys. Should I put just Rhino Man's keys?
Yeah, they're called iron keys, but yeah, Rhino Man keys. That's probably good. Yep, do that.
Okay, cool.
Um, and she says she looks up to you, and she sort of nods. She goes, "Did I do well, Jirac, Jimmy?"
You did, my little friend. You did very well.
I shouldn't have been
Uh,
worried that you were actually going to hand me over as a prisoner there for a minute.
well, if I can fooled you, I should have been able to fool the Rhino Man.
Okay. So you've got the Rhino Man, you've got the guard room, and then a near distance away, you've got that closed portcullis. So what do you want to look at?
Okay.
It's
The
mind
armor.
mind check for
Can I wear
searching.
the armor? Is it better than my current armor?
The Rhino Man armor looks custom. Oh, actually, it will fit you, but it's no better than what you.
No better. Okay,
No
that's
better.
fine.
Unless you want to use it as part of a disguise or something, you can
Yeah,
swap it.
that's what I was thinking as well.
You can swap it
Um,
over. Like you've got armor that's his isn't custom armor, but it's let me have a
okay.
look actually.
There's no benefit.
There's no benefit other than it is marked with the symbols of the Baron. So it's like not regulation armor. What do you call it? Issued.
Uniform sort of thing.
Issued. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So we'll say it's got a
Okay.
breastplate that has the symbol of Iron Spire.
I'm thinking about that, but in the meantime, Arabella, can she search the room?
Yeah. Make a well. She when you say search the room, she spends a round like preparing, get into a thorough search. So this round she's not. She's basically getting searching thoroughly. So at the end of next round she'll get a roll with an extra dice. But while she's uh, searching thoroughly, did you want to do anything? Searching something for just cursory things is fine, but a thorough search you can find secret stuff, I guess, if there's anything.
Well, she can do this. I'll just search the body, see if there's
No
any gold
worries.
or anything.
You search. Okay, roll a d6 first for the searching. You want uh, higher the better.
5. Hero point.
No, no, that was just random. You haven't rolled for. Oh, would have been funny though. Yeah, if that was your search roll. Sorry, that was just a roll to see randomly what was there. But
Cool.
um, where am I going? Oh, he does have a small pouch with 1d worth of silver. Well, I'll give you the option. You can have that as your search roll because you would have had to make a roll um, to search. So if you're happy not to spend an extra round, I'll take that as the search
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
I'm not going to spend next round.
Okay. What you find is a pouch, a small pouch. It has 1d worth of silver, so you can roll that when you're ready. Obviously,
Yeah.
there's a two-handed spear in the armor, which you've seen. And the other thing you notice on his belt is a horn, so an actual like a bugle, but it's the shape of an animal's horn. It also has
Okay.
the logo of Iron Spire on it. That's all you notice with him. So you've still got one free round before Arabella rolls if you want to do anything else.
Um. No,
Doesn't seem to
not
be
really.
any sound
Looking for
coming
like
from the
the
room.
name. Is he ever like a badge or anything like that? Or is there a
No
picture of
badge.
him and his family or something?
Uh, not. There's nothing
His
else
two
on
little
him.
rhino lings. I don't know what
Yeah,
the
there's
name of
nothing
the.
else on him that gives away any of his details. But
Okay.
let's roll for Arabella now. Roll two dice. She needs three or higher. Two success is the ideal.
2 successes.
Okay, first of all, roll one dice. Higher the better.
Yeah. No good.
What'd you roll? Oh, one.
Um.
Okay, so she searches, and the room is very sparse. The bed is just basically rags. On the table, there is like a art set with
Oh
paper,
yeah.
but the pictures
Oh.
look very rudimentary, like a 3-year-old. But there's a lot of them, and like there's thick crayons. So there's an art set with crayons. It weighs one if you do want to take it, but
He was an older rhino, so maybe it's his grandchildren. No, or they're his.
looks like the crayons are all there and being used. So whether he has or someone else has, because you haven't seen him using them, but someone's
Sure.
definitely been doing pictures. The only other thing that, aside from that personal artifact and the bed stuff, there is a jug, like a pan for a toilet, jug of water, some crusty bread or whatever rhino people eat. Some
I'll,
food there.
I'll just use
A
the
pineapple.
and I use
Um,
the jug of water to wash away the blood.
oh, you can try. Yeah, would that be
Yeah,
might or mind to try and blend it
mind. I'm
into the?
thinking.
Yeah, it would be. I think you'd be right. Well, you get a bonus
Yeah,
dice for using the water. Um,
yeah,
so
sure.
that rolled 2 dice.
Good ice. Hey,
Yep,
hero points.
yep. You can take a hero point. I'll say that's enough. The water sort of seeps into the rocky sand, and you now can't notice it. I mean, one success. If someone was to, investigate, they could probably see it. But it looks like that ground is very stained with a perhaps
Fair
similar color.
enough.
The other thing that just as you're doing that, Arabella says, "Oh, there's some levers," and you notice in the actual guard room there are 3 levers, and they're all in the down position. The strength, because she got 2 successes, did she, or one?
It.
Yeah.
Two.
What she points out, so as you return with the empty jug, what she points out is that 3 of the levers, they're like wooden, thick wooden levers that are down in the wall, but there's actually a hole, like a socket, which is next to it. So she quickly says that is definitely a 4th lever that's been snapped off or broken off. And
Any idea what one of the levers must be to raise the gate?
that one, she
What did the
says
others do?
it's broken off, whether deliberately or not or whatever, but it's in the up position, so
Right.
she can tell that it's been broken in the up. So essentially, there's 3 levers all down, and there's one that was up, but either it's been snapped off or otherwise sabotaged. So
I don't know if we want to fool around with this, Ari.
how are we going to get through? Surely one of these levers will open that portcullis that's blocking the way to the arena. And I don't like that we're spending too much time in here. We need to hurry up.
How much time have we spent? What, 5 minutes?
I don't like it. I mean, he mentioned
Okay,
about some other creature he was waiting for.
sure. Um, okay, you try the levers, Ari, and I'm gonna set the body up into bed like he's sleeping.
What is that, Indiana Jones? No, is it Indiana Jones where he puts the body and says, oh, no,
Oh, no,
no.
you think it's Commando? I
Oh,
just heard
okay.
my friend. He's
Oh,
replied.
yeah, that's it. It was Commando. That's right. They're tired. All right, you start putting tuck him into bed.
Right.
There's a little like a little teddy bear there, so you can wrap that ready. Oh, that's no good. As you do, she says because you've given her to do that, she just starts from left to right. So
Sure.
she pushes up the far left one. And as she does, you hear a grinding sound coming from the arena. Metal grating.
Right.
Her eyes sort
Stick
of
my.
open. Oh, what have I done? It was the wrong one.
Well, hopefully that's the gate, Ari. Calm the farm, as we say in my Orc village.
She doesn't
Um,
laugh. She doesn't laugh. She looks scared at the sound.
all right. Let's stick my head around the door and have a look.
Yeah, you
See if it's
stick your
open
head
and crack.
around and you see the portcullis just as it, the dust sort of coming off, the sand coming off it, it locks into the top area.
You have raised the portcullis,
I
Ari.
did
That
it.
is good.
That's 2 good things I've
You did.
done.
Yes. Pat her on the head.
You pat
Even
pat
though
on.
she's older than me.
Yeah,
Yeah, she is a halfling, but she's just little. She's not young. She's just
yeah,
little.
but she's junior in the ranks,
That's
so
true.
she her eyes dart left and right, and she says, "Should I stay here as a guard? And maybe I
We'll
can give
continue
you
on with our ruse.
okay. Let us hurry." Uh,
Right.
as you approach.
Falsely tie her up again.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Yeah, she's still got. I think the ropes were on her, or what? No, I think we kept
the
them
ropes
muted.
were on her.
Oh,
Yeah.
they were.
Yeah, she's holding them together basically.
Okay, but you've actually got most of the rope because you was sort of like trailing her. That is, it was like
That's
that.
it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
you get back into that position. And what did you do with the armor? Did you decide anything with the armor?
No,
No.
just leave it.
Okay.
Yep.
You go back into the rouse position as you head in towards the courtyard, we'll call it.
Mm.
You can see this large brazier burning in the center, which lights up essentially the entire area. And what you notice are three other, not entrances, three other, so basically let's say you've come from the south, okay? Directly to your left is another portcullis that's down. Directly ahead, I think is, let me just double check that. Directly ahead is another portcullis ahead, and to the right is an open passage. All of these, in terms of size, the left and right are large, so near distance you'd have to climb to get to the roof, and very wide. But the one directly ahead is a smaller size portcullis. So the one you've entered from, the left and right are all large entrances per se, although the one on the right obviously is currently open. You can see the teeth of the portcullis at the top, but the one directly in front of you is a smaller size. So
did Dallas actually give us any information about this blood arena? I don't think so, from memory. He did say there were people in there, but some spies and stuff, but we don't know anything about them.
I don't think you've obtained any information about the inside, apart from that it was an arena where, but now it is not. So clearly you're in the arena, the ground afoot, everything seems fairly quiet. So at this point, are you happy to continue on?
Oh no, I think we'll call it quits there if that's okay.
All right, so
we'll head to we'll head towards the open, the one
on the right. Yep.
So the passage that's open.
I'll put
that's smaller size, yeah.
No, the one. So you've come through a large portcullis. The one to your left and right are both large cavities. It's just that the one on the right is raised, and the portcullis directly ahead is the smaller size portcullis.
Okay, now we'll go to the right then, the raised one.
The raised area. Okay, so I'll put in the comments here. Entered the arena, heading towards, I'll just say right hand. Yeah, what's that, east? Is it right hand, open, large.
Great seaweed, yeah, it's east. Yeah.
Open large, not cavity.
Passage. Just say passage.
Passage. Yep. Bang bang gibbity yang. That's all tonight, folks. Jirak, with his wonderful strength, is able to broke through. Yeah, still alive. Burn a few hero points. Oh no, you got 3. That's not too bad.
Got 3.
It seemed like you were
burnt initially, but got them back.
Yeah, but and I like the clever use of the sneak and using help, because people always forget that they can burn their action for help. So that was good. That was my highlight when you used Arabella in the help action. That was brilliant. All right, folks. Until the next chapter, we will see you next time. Let me go into here and do